Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Hope Paulos, and I am the Assistive Technology Specialist and TVI at the Carroll Center for the Blind. And today we're going to go through several different learning platforms. So right now I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And if you have any questions, Q&A will be at the end of the session. And I am off camera because I am wanting you to focus on my screen as opposed to seeing a video of me. So, but what I will do is I will go ahead and get back on camera when Q&A begins. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, and you'll also hear my screen reader. I'm using JAWS, the latest version of JAWS. So one moment while I share my screen. Share complete space, check up to my screen, share screen button to activate, press space bar, space.
You have started screen share.
All right, so now I've started screen share. I'm going to go ahead and switch over to Google Classroom. The two platforms we're going to talk today about are Google Classroom and Blackboard.
Zoom to classes-Google.
I'm already signed into Google Classroom, but I'd like to talk for a minute about what exactly Google Classroom is. Google Classroom is a learning platform that is used in schools, and it's used to access classes remotely. So you can turn in assignments. Students can turn in assignments. And they also have the ability to watch videos that the teacher puts on Google Classroom, and they also have the ability to take quizzes and tests. And this can all be done remotely. Several browsers that are used with Google Classroom are, of course, Google Chrome, which is what I'm using, and also Chromium Edge. That works very well now with screen readers, at least with JAWS. I know that Vispero has done a lot of work with Chromium Edge to make it work with JAWS. And then the third browser is Firefox. So there are several ways to access Google Classroom. The first couple are the navigation, the JAWS navigation keys, like H for headings, T for table, E for edit boxes, and also B for buttons. This is used on all web pages. So if you have any questions about how to use web pages with JAWS, how to use web browsers or surf the web with JAWS, a really good resource is Surf's Up. If you Google Surf's Up JAWS, that's Freedom Scientific's interactive tutorial, or Vispero's interactive tutorial. And it teaches you all you need to know about navigating the web with JAWS. So there are three main areas on the screen here for Google Classroom. The first one is your main navigation area. And that has your classes, your calendar, and your classroom navigation settings. The second one is your banner area, and that is your general settings and controls, your class list, and the next one is your class list area. And these are all joined classes and your class invitations. So what I'm going to do to get to the main area is I'm going to find near the top of the page. I know that my main area is near the top of the page, and I'm going to press B to navigate to the main menu button, and then I'm going to press Enter to activate it. So I'm going to go to the top of my page with Control Home.
Classes.
And it says Classes, and I'm going to hit B for the
Main menu button.
the main menu button, and I'm going to press enter on that.
Enter menu classes.
Now
One of
it opens up a menu
settings. Classes.
of classes,
Calendar 2
calendar,
of 6. To dash 2 3 of 6.
to-do,
Test 2 1 4 of 6.
the class that I've enrolled in. I'm doing this from a student perspective. So I've enrolled myself in a class that I created.
Archived classes 5 of
and
6.
Archive classes.
Settings 6 of 6.
And also settings. This is our main area. The banner area contains general information and controls. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to press escape.
Escape, leaving menus.
So that I leave the menu, and I'm going to press H for heading.
Google Classroom heading level 1.
And this is exactly what I want to hear. It says Google Classroom heading level 1. Now I'm going to press the down arrow, and I'll find several items. The first one I'm going to find is
heading level 1 classroom. Create or join a class button menu, collapsed menu.
Create or join a class. And these buttons are buttons, but they're also menus. So if I wanted to activate the menu, I would press spacebar to activate the menu, and then I'd hit up and down arrow to go through the options, and then press space again to select the item that I want to select. So the next item is
Google Apps button collapsed.
Google Apps.
Google account : Hope Paulos left parent topic.
And my Google account.
Navigation region end.
And it says navigation region end to let me know that I am at the end of this particular area. Okay, the next area is the class list area. And this contains all joined classes and invitations. Now I only have one joined class and no invitations. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to press H to navigate through the headings, and then I'll find each class name. Alternatively, I can bring up a list of links using insert F7. That's the JAWS and NVDA links list command. And there I could use first letter navigation. Say, for example, if I knew the name of the class. If it was biology, I would hit B for biology. And then I could just press enter on it. When I'm on the class heading, which I'll go to now, so I'll hit H for heading.
Test 2 visited link 1 class op.
There is my test 2 class. When I'm on that class heading, I can press down arrow and I can get more options. And these include the name of my teacher.
Visited heading level 2 link 1. Heading level 2 button menu, collapsed menu, class options.
So I have class options.
Hope Paulos.
The name of the teacher.
Visited link, open your work for quote test 2 quote.
I can open my work, or
link open folder for quote test 2 1 quote in Google Drive.
I can open the folder in Google Drive for test 1 or for my class. So accessing Classwork, what I'll do, there's a couple of ways you can do it. I can either press enter on the actual link.
Visit Hope Paul heading, visited heading level 2 link 1. Visited heading level 2 link test 2.
Where it says test 2, I can press enter on that link, or I can go to open Classwork. And then I can press enter. And I'll go ahead and do that now.
Visited heading level 2 button menu, collapse Hope Paulos. Visited link, open your work for quote test 2 quote.
I'll press enter here.
Enter list with 1 items. Help and feedback button menu, collapsed menu. Your work in test 2.
And now I have my work opened. And I've created a small quiz. I realize this is a tech fair, but my undergrad degree is in Spanish education, secondary education. And I thought I would do something fun. I thought I'd do a silly Spanish quiz to show you what it's like to actually take a quiz. So I'll hit H here.
Wrapping to top. Test 21 visited at Hope Paulos heading level 2. Wrapping to top. Google Apps Google account call.
And I'll press down arrow.
Navigation region heading level 2 Hope Paulo. All tab select. Assign tab. Return tab. Missing tab. Main region. Expand quiz for test class.
All right. And it says quiz for test class.
Nav 30. 11.
And it's due on November 30th, 11:59 p.m.
Assigned.
And it's assigned.
Main region help and feed me.
So I'm going to press
quiz for test class. Expand.
Space on expand quiz for test class.
Space collapse quiz.
And it says collapse quiz for test class.
Quiz for test class.
And I'm going to hit the down arrow.
Nav 30. Assigned. No work has been attached. Visited link view details. Main region help and feed. Main reach visited link view enter. View details link. View details visited link. Assignment details.
It says assignment details.
Heading level 1 quiz for test assignment Hope Paul Nav 15 point.
And I'm pressing down arrow.
Do Nav please answer visited link attachment Google Forms quiz on Spanish.
Okay, and there is, for some reason it says no assignment attached, and I'm not sure why it said that in the beginning, but there is indeed an assignment here, and I'll press enter on it.
Enter. Quiz on Spanish. Group start. What is the correct?
All right, and now it opens the quiz, and the quiz has several different layers of navigation. So I went up to the top with Control Home, and I'm going to press H for heading.
Quiz on Spanish heading level 1. How do you say quote hello quote in Spanish? Star heading level 3. List of 4. Please answer all questions.
Okay, so I'm going to press Shift H here.
Quiz on Spanish heading level 1.
And it says quiz on Spanish heading level 1. And if I hit down arrow here.
Please answer all questions.
Please answer all questions.
List of 4 items.
Okay. And then there's a couple of ways I could navigate this. I could either hit down arrow to go through the questions and to answer them, or I could press H for heading, and each question has a different heading associated with it.
Heading level 3. How do you say quote hello quote in Spanish? Star.
Okay, and the star, the asterisk, means that it's required.
Note. 5 points.
And it tells you that it's 5 points.
Note end. How do you say quote hello quote in Spanish? Required question. Required invalid entry edit.
Okay, and I'll press enter here to get into forms mode.
Enter list with.
And I'll put in hola. And now I can just press tab.
Hola. To change the selection, press up or down arrow. What is the correct way to say quote yes quote in Spanish? Required question group required. See radio button not checked. 1.
Okay. And then once I press tab, it goes right to the next question. I can go press down arrow to figure out what the other choices are. There's C.
C radio button checked.
There's
2 of 4.
C like
change the selection.
Sorry, there's C like SEA, like the ocean.
So radio button checked. 3.
So.
Say radio button checked. 4 of 4. To change.
Like to say something. And obviously to say yes in Spanish, it's C.
C radio button checked. 1 of 4. To change the.
And I know I'm on the correct item because it says 1 of 4.
To change the selection, press up or down arrow. Untitled question group. Option 1 radio button.
And this was a mess up that I did as far as an untitled question. I had thought that I had deleted that, so I apologize. I'll press tab again.
To change the selection, press up or down arrow. What is quote chair quote in Spanish? Required question group required. Still option 1.
Okay, and then you have your what is chair in Spanish. You have silla, but the JAWS is not pronouncing it correctly. It's silla. It pronounces it silla.
Banana radio button checked.
Banana.
2 of 3. Sofa radio button checked. 3 of 3.
Sofa.
To change the selection,
So
press up or down arrow.
I'm going to go up, press the up arrow, and I'm going to choose silla.
But still option 1 space.
And I'm going to press tab.
Submit button to activate.
And I'm going to submit this quiz.
Space. Submit. Submit button to activate. Press enter. Use virtual PC cursor on page as a quiz.
Now, it said use virtual PC cursor on because during the quiz, during the time that I take the quiz, it puts virtual PC cursor off. So I'm going to press the down arrow here.
Heading level 1 quiz on Spanish. Response submitted and assignment marked as done. Link view score.
So it says response submitted and assignment marked as done. So I'm going to press enter here on view score.
Enter. Quiz on Spanish. Please answer all questions. Total points 10/15.
So I got 10 out of 15 because I didn't answer the untitled question and I had originally put it as required. So one thing that while I'm great at Google Classroom, I'm learning about Google Forms and haven't mastered yet how to do the quiz, how to create a quiz. So if anyone has any questions on the quiz and Google Classroom, go ahead and think of them and either write them in the chat or ask them at the end of this presentation. So we're going to move on to Blackboard now. And Blackboard is similar to Google Classroom. However, it's more designed for the college level student. Unlike Google Classroom, with Google Classroom, I made up a Google account and made up my classes. However, with Blackboard, I'm currently in school. I am just at the very end of my master's degree in teaching the blind and visually impaired. But the Blackboard course that we'll be looking at is a test course for individuals with disabilities attending Missouri State University, where I attend online. So I'm going to go ahead and close out of this particular Google Classroom.
Close document window. Quiz on Spanish. Visited link view score. Title is quiz
And
on
I'm
Spanish.
going to go ahead and close out of here as well.
Close document window. Home dash my Missouri State dash Missouri. Current location. Heading level 2. Current title is announcement send dash announcement.
Okay, so now we're in Blackboard. I'm going to go ahead and maximize my screen.
Alt space. Leaving menus. Heading level 2. Current.
All right, and now we should be on the announcements page of Blackboard. Again, with Blackboard, this is usually used in college to submit online assignments. You can take quizzes, you can watch videos, you can do many of the same things that you can do with Google Classroom. Keep in mind that the Blackboard screen, the layout of the Blackboard screen and the layout of each course depends on each professor. So some may not be as accessible as others. The first thing that a student may need to do is do a discussion board post to show participation online. So I'm going to go ahead, and the easiest way for us to navigate Blackboard is to either do a JAWS find or with Control F, or to do a links list. So I'm going to go ahead and do a links list with Insert F7.
Links list dialog.
And I'm going to hit D for discussion board.
Display course discussion board 18 of.
And I'm going to press enter.
Enter announcements. Discussion board and dash student cracked virtual PC cursor.
Now it brings a list of forums, and the only person that can create a forum is the professor or the teacher. So there is a forum there and on the screen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press H for heading.
Virtual P top frame current menu course menu student where the work is heading level communication tools heading level other Blackboard additional read discussion board heading level 1 actions for content discussion.
Okay, and I knew that I went too far because I heard actions for content. What you'll find either is discussion board or you'll find content, the word content under each heading. And then that's when you know you've gotten to the right place. So I'm going to hit down arrow.
The main discussion board page appears with a list of available discussion forums. Forums are made up of individual discussion threads that can be organized around a particular subject. A thread is a conversation within a forum. That list of threads appears. Link more help.
Okay, so it gives you a little blurb of what exactly this discussion board is, and it tells you that forums are created, which are the overarching topics, and then within that forum you can create threads. I'm going to hit down arrow.
Heading level 2 actions for content. List of 1 items. Link collapse. Show search. List and heading level 2 content. Summary : properties of various discussions. Table with 6 columns and 2 rows.
Okay, so I'm just hitting down arrow here
Forum
to get to
button.
the forum.
Description: total posts button, unread posts button, unread replies to me, total participants button, visited link, practice discussion forum 1.
Okay, this is the practice discussion forum 1.
Same page link graphic, visited
and I'm
link,
going
practice
to go here. Now, one would think that you would press enter on this button, but in reality you press space. So let's press space on this particular forum.
Space, main region, practice discussion, virtual piece.
Okay, and I'm going to press H until I get to content.
Top for current menu, course student where the work commune, other addition, discuss forum actions, display heading, content heading. Heading level 3 list actions, left parent above link collapse menu, thread link collect. Summary : property.
Now it says beside each post there are checkboxes, and this is used to let you know, for example, if a professor says, I want you to read every single post within this forum, and I want you to mark it as read because they can check that. This is a good way to know if you've read something, because if you check it once you read the post, press enter on the post, and then you check the checkbox, then you can go down and mark everything as read, as in READ. Okay, so I'm going to press down arrow here.
Check to select all dates or thread, but author status unread, unread replies to me button, total post intro, left parent Hope Paulos right.
So as you can see, I had already written an introduction in 2017 when I had first begun my educational program. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually create a thread as well, so you can see what that's like. But I'm going to press enter here.
7 intro, left parent Hope Paulos right parent, checkbox notch 7/12/17 930 visited link intro.
It says visited link intro because I had already been here before, so I'm going to press enter on this.
Enter. Main page has 4 list. Virtual PC.
Okay, and I'm going to press H for heading.
Menu man course student where the work on the other addition thread actions for content heading.
And I'm going to press down arrow.
Link select heading level 3 list action, link collapse, expand collapse first thread button, previous thread for 1 post 0 and 0 and Hope Paulo 3 years Hope Paulos intro collapse button. Hello, my name is Hope and I am looking forward to learning a lot from this introductory course. Reply button.
Now you can find there's a reply button, and you can either press space on that to be able to reply, or you can explore the other buttons down below.
Quote button.
You could quote.
Edit button.
You could edit.
Link select all.
And you can select all. So what I'm going to do is the easiest way to create a new thread is to go up to the top of the page.
Thread
and type in
virtual
create.
Create, enter, screen, find result,
and
escape.
It's not finding it. So one moment. So I'm going to press H on press H for
open quick
action
top
content.
Current menu
content action, sorry.
Course men student where the other addition thread actions for content page
for
heading
content.
level list of 2 link R. Refresh. Link collapse F. Show search.
Okay, and then because I'm in a thread, it's not going to let me do it.
List end.
So I'm going to press space Alt with left arrow.
Back. Forum :
and then I'm going to go back up to the top of the page.
Forum :
create a thread. I'm going to press H.
Open quick links.
for actions content.
Top current menu course men student where the work communic other black additional discussion forum actions for content page.
Okay, and I'm going to press down arrow.
List of 2 link create thread.
And I'm going to press enter on create a thread.
Enter main region list with 2 items. Create thread link. Use this forum virtual piece edit. Wrapping to top. Subject edit required.
Okay, and it says I just pressed E twice. It says subject edit. I'll press enter.
Enter.
And I'm going to type in test.
Test. Rich text area
And
edit.
I'm going to type
text.
in this is a test.
Test space. Test a period. Application app virtual.
And I'm going to press the easiest way for me at this point is to go down to the bottom of the page because I know that's where submit is.
Main region end. Submit button.
And I could have also used B for button to go down there, but it's easier for me to go down to the end of the page, to the bottom of the page and press up arrow. And I'll press space.
Space. Create thread and dash stud alert. Success colon.
And it gives you a modal dialog that tells you that your thread has been successfully created. And I'm going to go down to the bottom of the page again.
Main region end. Link leftwards arrow.
And it says leftwards arrow. Okay, that's just a graphic, and I'll press space.
Space. Main region left. Nav list of 2 items.
Okay.
Link student practice. Same page link graphic.
All right. So that is the ins and outs of creating a thread. It's pretty easy. And then you would do the same thing with replying to a thread. You would, when I pressed enter on my thread, my intro thread, I saw reply, and I would just press enter on the reply button. And then I would press E until I got to the edit field to be able to reply to my post. Now, there are also assignments. I will do a links list again with insert F7.
Links list.
And I'm going to press A for assignment.
Announcements for assignments 60.
And press enter.
Enter. Page has navigation.
And I'm going to press H until I get to here content.
Menu course where communic other black additional reassignment content heading level.
Okay, it says content, and I'm going to press down arrow until I get to the assignment that I want to select.
List of 2 item graphic. Heading level 3 submitting assignments in Blackboard. Link submitting assignments in Blackboard. Assignments are created by your instructor in Blackboard. Assignment links provide a way for the instructor to provide assignment instructions and attach any files that may be needed by the student to complete an assignment. They also allow you to submit your homework directly to the instructor without having to be concerned about issues that may arise if the assignment was physically handed in or submitted by email. List of 2 bullet to learn more about how to submit an assignment. Link access left parent link open blank.
And I'm just going to press down arrow again here.
Bullet for step dash by link Blackboard left parent link opens list and nested assignment graphic. Visited heading level 3 link practice assignment.
Okay, this is just a practice assignment.
Assignment instructions are typically located here in the description of the assignment. To access an assignment, you access the title of the assignment. You will notice that the instructions will appear again along with a place for you to type in a submission. Buttons. To browse your computer if you need to attach a file for your assignment, blank. To select assignment.
So I'm going to press up arrow until I get to the assignment link.
Visited heading level 3 link practice assignment.
Practice assignment. I'll press enter.
Enter. Assign. Page has list.
And then now I'm offered with a bunch of things. So I'm going to press a bunch of buttons that I can select from. So let me. It says review submission.
Quick links. Hope student assignment details maximize toggle. Click to collapse. OK button. Continue button. Main region contain space. Main region continue button. To activate press enter. Upload assignment.
Okay, so now it says upload assignment. Since I had already done this in 2017, I had already submitted a practice assignment. So I have now uploaded, I'm in the upload assignment window, and I can do one of 2 things. I can do
quick links button. Hope student.
I can attach a file, or I can do a text submission.
Attach files button. Browse.
Attach files. So I can browse my computer.
Browse content collection button.
I could browse content collection. I'm not really sure what that is. I've never used it.
Browse cloud service button.
I could browse a cloud service like Dropbox.
Class modified.
And then I could also, I'm going to do a JAWS find here. I went back to the top of the page.
Virtual find.
And I'm going to do a JAWS find for text.
Text enter. To practice using this as virtual piece. Virtual find. Text enter in order to gain access. Virtual find. Text enter. Text submission.
Okay, it says text submission. Unfortunately,
link collapsed write submission.
I could do a links list and hit W for write submission, but this is pretty tricky. I've been working with Blackboard to iron out some of the accessibility issues that they've been having. Luckily, they fixed them. So before I worked with them, the edit field when submitting text submissions was not visible to the screen reader. But now it is. But I could press space on this and it would give me an edit field. I'm not going to do it just because of time constraints. The next thing that you can do is go to quizzes and assessments. And I'm just going to show you where they are at this point. Again, I'm not going to take a quiz for sake of time, but I'm going to press Control Home to go up to the top of the page.
Upload a
and I'm going to actually press back, Alt left arrow to go back.
Assignment send dash. Title is assignment.
Okay, and I'm going to press
links list
A.
Announcements, assignments, assessments.
For assessments, this could be one of located in one of two places. It could be called quizzes. It could be located in specific modules. Sometimes your professors or your teachers have different modules, different units of the class, and quizzes may be located in there, or it could be called assessments. But in this particular assessment category, it acts similar to the Google Classroom. You have, you can press H to go to each question, and then you can answer them. Sometimes, unlike Google Classroom, these assessments are timed. So you'll want to talk to your disability services office and your professor if you have accommodations to make sure that the time is set on the quiz so that it doesn't lock you out, kick you out of the quiz if you're working on it. The other thing that you can do with Blackboard is check your grades. And this can be done by pressing your links list. Going into your links list with insert F7.
There is currently an open escape. Links list.
And you can press G for grades, or you can press M for my grades.
My institute message, my grades 20.
Again, depending on the way that it's set up, and then I will press enter on this
enter.
one.
Page has my.
And it gives you a list of grades.
Menu.
I'll press H for heading.
Course student, where the work communic other black additional my grades heading level 1.
Until I get to my grades, and I'll press down arrow.
Heading level 2 content order by colon combo box course order list of link all link graded link up link submit list end table with my grades item last at grade status weighted total view description but grading criteria dash total view description grading cry 4.00/5 weighted total view description button grading criteria button men dash total view description grading cry 4.00/5.
So it gives you the different grades for the different
satisfaction
courses.
Survey. Survey upcoming dash practice assignment.
Okay, and this is again just a practice course. That is the conclusion of my workshop. If anyone has any questions, please feel free to ask them now. I'd be more than happy to answer anything that you may have.
JAWS home meeting controls.
For right now, I'll go ahead and stop sharing my screen.
All
And now I'm ready for questions.